Hey guys and gals, let's build the emergency ambulance by Lego City. This is set number 60451. Contains 184 pieces, retails for $19.99, and the set was provided by the Lego Group for early review. Thank you, Lego. This is what we're going to be building today, is an ambulance, and this is the back of the box. And very seldom you ever see me show these in a build, but this one's small enough. And here is how the build is. So there's two printed building guides, and what I'm gathering is this is probably going to be a solo build, because look, it's like this drops on her, so you could probably use this vehicle for other things. And in addition, in the bag we got a vehicle chassis and 2 bags of bricks. Not terribly bad. Well, let's begin. Let's build it. We're going to start with bag 1, which is this part right here. I don't know if we'll need that. We most likely will. And yeah, we need that. And yes, so, oh, it's one of these. Okay, if you see me rolling my eyes, or just imagine, yeah. I thought that this was not going to be one of those sets here. And I'm kind of curious. Ages 5+. Well, I thought 5-year-olds knew how to count at least. But maybe they don't. We don't know. And yeah, it's got a lot of the teal and the vibrant yellow. We can always use that. Those two colors really go together very well. This shouldn't take all that long. Oh, I see these. We were talking about getting these in different colors. Well, there they are. All right. I'm hoping not anything in here is scratched. I'm hoping that comes out at least in good condition. And Lego, I'm going to drop it down to a 9. This is pitted and scuffed. Yep. We're already at a 9. I hadn't even started building yet. I don't even know what the build experience is going to be. And there's no brick separator with it. I don't think there is. Nope. Well, looks like this one's not going to get a good score. I didn't see any stickers, so this one might be just one of those ones everything's printed. That'd be the case, and we can just use these pieces and build another ambulance. Or, well, anything you want, pretty much. So we've got our paramedic. One of my nephew's friends is studying to be a paramedic. I thought, yeah, you're going to be one of those that's going to be the first responders before the doctors even get a hold of them. Not a bad minifigure, huh? Yeah, I'm sitting right here. I'm going to rotate this a little bit more for you. There we go. Not a bad figure. And yeah, so you're going to have to do the hand thing. You know. Yeah, this is meant for little kids, but I could tell you right now, this is going to be a good drop-in accessory for Lego City. I'm always looking for vehicles like this. And we got the pre-made tires. You know how bad I hate these? Well, we got them here, and yeah, this is one of the sets here that's just kind of going to be very slow to put together. We're going to be mostly going through the booklet anyways. But, you know, I can always use this light royal blue for pulls. Put that in there. Okay. You know, matter of fact, what I could do, I'm going to go ahead, I'm just going to incline to move the camera now. Because really you're just going to see a very zoomed out view of everything, and that's not going to do you any good. Okay, got all that secured and locked. Get all my cables out of the way. Yeah. There we go. Now it's a little better, huh? Now we're close. We're not too far away. And while I'm here, I'll plug that in too and get some better video quality here. Let me sharpen it up for you. Okay. There we go. Yep. And I'm looking for stuff that's going to be fun to put together. And this one here has got some, I mean, I would consider these more as muted colors. But how many of us have vehicles with this color? I remember somebody was talking about that on Rebreakable. I saw a gentleman made a build, a car that used these colors. I said, if we could just get more of that, we could make more awesome vehicles with this color. This is more like a 90s style color. Back with the 90s trucks and cars, it had that type of paint color. But, well, we're getting close to that now. And we are still working on this. So, and the whole intent of these videos is to show you, you know, how the build's put together, especially if you're a parent, you're just like, I don't know if my child's going to like this set. Is it going to be hard to put together? That kind of thing. And, yeah, I turned on the light. If an adult, you know, especially someone with autism can put this together, I'm sure you could put this together real easily, too. Well, we can use these. These make great curtains. Just put some studs, hang them on the wall next to a window, and you got yourself some curtains. And there we go. And then put it in your hands like this and stick it over here. Okay. So far, so good. We haven't made any catastrophic errors yet. You know, I'm gonna try to do this. Yeah, I did another set the other day, and I was so tired. And man, I went to bed early and still woke up late. Man, I was just sacked out. So I went to bed early. Oh, these are the low profile ones, and we get 4 of them too. That's even better because I'm looking for those in that color. So now we got better stuff now to make more awesome stuff. So this is going to be a fun little group project for, you know, a mom or a dad put together with a son or daughter. Kind of cool to kind of get involved with that. Okay, what's this for? Isn't this backwards? Oh, okay, you have to make 2 of these. It didn't tell you. It tells you here, so make 2 of them. Lego, I really don't like the way these are numbered. I'm sure by the time they're 5 years old, they should know what... They can count up to 10, obviously, I'm sure. My parents taught me how to count, and that leads to another story. My parents taught me my phone number and my address and everything before I even went to kindergarten. Like, what was my address, phone number? My grandparents' phone number, I knew that. I still know my grandmother's phone number today. Well, she's no longer with us. I still know a lot of that stuff, and you know, I don't understand that. I remembered when 911 became a thing, because 911 was around after I was born, and in school they started teaching us that. I remember we had a paramedics come to our school teaching the classes how to use that. And it's very important for kids today to know the emergency numbers, as you never know, especially today with all the chaos going on and these stinking mass shootings. It's better to know that. And it's how it is. But I was taught we knew how to use that. And we're talking about with a rotary phone. How did you dial? There was 2 methods back when I was a kid. You had a rotary, and you got to know how to use a touch-tone phone. I'm sure kids today don't even know what a rotary phone was. That was like a primitive smartphone. You stick your little finger in the hole, and it went whoosh. And if you're trying to dial a 1-800 number with very high digits, it took you a while to dial the whole thing. Okay, this one's got blue headlights. Or maybe it could be flashers, we don't know. But yeah, I mean, I always teach kids the emergency numbers. Now kids today take it for granted. Because the phone you just store the contacts, and the parents can store the contacts in the phone, and then that's it. Maybe that is the headlights. It's like now today with the backup cameras, everybody now depends on those, and I put one of those in my car, and I still have to look over my shoulder because I don't trust the technology. And my nephew loves his until he found out when you go to the DMV, oh, I can't use that? No, you got to do everything by hand. I grew up in a time where there wasn't anti-lock brakes in vehicles. My very first truck I ever had, the one it was like $400. It had manual brakes. You had to pump. I remember one time I was hydroplaning when I was driving home from school, and I had to just tap the brakes, and you know, it slowed it down. It works. So don't ever depend on the modern conveniences. You're going to have to learn how to do it by hand. So, yeah, it's nice to have that new stuff, but it's better to know the old stuff too. But anyways, though, this is not a bad little set. I mean, it's keeping my interest. It's not horrible. It's not that bad. I think a child's going to have a lot of fun putting this together, and then she or he is going to be able to put this in his or her city. You know, it's not going to be that you know, that thing. You could just pick this up and drop it right in. You don't even have to modify it. Lego City Line has really good vehicles. Well, I thought they did. That's in the middle. Obviously, this is only going to seat one minifigure. And then they use these for the side mirrors. I use these too. These little 1x2 plates with the friction stub. They look like little mirrors. So I use those too. And yeah, the little steering wheel right in the center. Even the more expensive sets use those, and I'm like, why? We were talking about this type of piece here. These are new. And it's cool to see this new stuff. Lego is only getting a better palette. They keep adding more stuff to it. Of course, they retire so much sets, but well, those must be the headlights then. It's not the way I'd build an ambulance, but still. Take our scuffed windshield, put that in there, like that. It just sits right on the front there. And these right here, these are really kind of cool to have. I wish they'd made them two bricks tall instead of 3, because then you could put them on the sides for just for fake car doors, or just make a car door that's 4 studs by 2. It'd be kind of cool. Will they do that? Probably not, but you know how Lego is. So it's hard to see what they're doing. And yeah, and I'm just plugging parts in, and everything is printed. It's not cheesy. This is really good. And they got this nicely rounded on the top here like that. You know, that'd be good for like maybe a larger vehicle like an SUV or something's on that. Like an SUV or a camper, so that'd be a good idea. And then this goes right here like that. Now the paramedic is just taking a stroll to the ambulance. That's a heck of a long walk. They must have parked it in the South 40 lot. There we go. And then we got to put the tires together. And it doesn't say, well, maybe that would be it right there. How does that even go together? Like that? There we go. So just put your little hubcaps on. And it's easy. This is a very easy one. And it's hard to pick this stuff up, but it's pretty easy for the most part. You can't stick that on there, but you have to stick it on that side. There we go. Okay, let's populate all the bearings. Those are kind of cool. If you got those in a different color, it'd be kind of really nice. I think I got some regular rims that would handle that. And that's it. So pretty much that's what we have remaining. And it's essentially just a flatbed truck at this point. You could leave it like that too. Just change the color scheme and just put some little sides on that, and you got yourself a little flatbed. And yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with the build so far. And that concludes bag 1. Okay, now we have bag 2. And what I'm gathering is that person 1 probably builds this, so we can set that off to the side. Let's see if that's the case. And, well, it'd help if I could find booklet 2. There it is. That's the accessories. So booklet 2 contains the accessories with it. So we're building the skater chick, or the skater girl. I grew up in a different time where we call girls chicks. Oh, these are printed. Okay, well, you know what? That's a good piece for a custom ambulance, huh? Okay, so let's start putting her together. She's got the cargos and everything. And we got some ambulance stores. Too bad they didn't make these with little windows. Would look even better. So you get 2 of those. Everything is printed. So yes, this set's a little pricey, but you know what? It's printed. We don't have to mess with it. Purple skateboards. I don't know if I have any in purple. I don't think I've really seen it, but that's a nice deck for that too. And she's got a little bandage in her hand. So we'll put that in there. So she must have sprained her wrist. Now that's a cool accessory part to have. Well, she's got bigger problems right now than her wrist, huh? She's got her head missing. Skateboard must have been really mean. There we go. And then she's got her helmet. That's good. At least she didn't knock her noggin on anything. Always wear your helmet when you're skateboarding. And she's got a double-sided head. So she's fighting off that pain. They didn't give her any morphine or anything. Looks like the helmet can detach, but it can't. And they have her on the skateboard with her sprained wrist. That's cool, though. All right, now we can move on to some other stuff, which looks like it's probably the skateboard ramps. This is probably just a little mini skate part here. Just enough to kind of get you going here. Just a little stunt area with a rail and just a ramp with a leaf. We're talking a leaf on here. Maybe she tripped over the plant. We don't know. That's it there for that one. Okay, and now we're building the container here. So that tells me you could even take that and convert that into a camper as is. Just convert this into a camper. I like that idea, Lego, because that gives the kids, they can create something else out of this using their imagination. Because not a lot of us, even I am not good at building vehicles. So some people just want to build a cargo box and throw it on the back, you know. You can do that. Yeah. The review on this one's going to be very easy. It's just going to be just a quick tour, talk about the accessories, and then, you know, but it will be worth mentioning that this is a 2-builder set. Very good because you can build with your children, you can build with the buddy. I'm not even paying attention to the hands. I'm just looking at the pictures. It's that easy at this point. And yeah, I'm still checking the viewfinder just to make sure everything is still in frame. I'm trying to make these more so you could follow along. So I'm trying different methods here to see if it works. And I was trying to get that pesky haircut, but you know what happened? I snoozed, I loosed. And you know what happened? I just forgot all about it. And my buddy's booked solid until well into next year, so I thought, okay, well, I better make it for the second week, just because. Put the syringe in there, and then I don't know, I may just grow it out to the skater look. Girlfriend likes it. So I don't know yet. But I'm like, you're not the one that has to carry all that weight on your head. Alright, so we do have accessories that go inside. One of these wicker door frames. I never understood these. They have a thing that goes in there. They do have glass for these, but I've only seen them in one set. And I've never seen the glass for sale. But it does exist. Put the doors on there now. I found the gurney. Yeah, you might have enough here to make a basic camper shell or something. Or just a different version of it. I'm going to start with one end and tuck this one in here. It doesn't matter. And so far, that's what it looks like. It's looking like something, isn't it? I know one thing, when I get done reviewing this, I got to have me a lunch break. And today is the 17th of December, 2024. So you won't see this under your Christmas tree. Well, by the time this is released, it's probably after Christmas. But you probably will see it the following year in 2025, because you know why? That's when the set is released, 2025. But this time, at least, I have all the prices and stuff like that for everything. All right. I like that bright, vibrant yellow. It just pops out on the video. It just looks really good. It goes with blue real easily. Teal looks good with red. It's a nice, fun spring-summer color to mess with. This is a set you could build all year round. So this is a good one here. It's keeping my interest because I'm not even yawning through this one. But of course I slept good last night too, so that's a big contributor to it. Alright, and that's it. Okay, now we got to make two doors, and I notice there's a call out up here, so let's start setting these up here. Okay. You know what? I bet you anything they go like this. And then this piece goes in here. It's a nice little ambulance. It's very basic, but you don't need to have complicated stuff to have it. You know, it could be very basic and simple too. You don't have to make things complicated like my stuff. See, I can skip because I already kind of figured. When you're a mock builder, you can see how they pretty much put this stuff together. But those 4x4 printed tiles, those will come in handy for ambulances. That means you can keep it with the Lego City theme. It's like the Octane gas. I try to keep the gas stuff the same. If I were to build like a gas tank or a tanker, just keep it with Lego's colors. It's a lot better. Alright. Put them both in your hands and then stick them on there. Now what I'm going to do is just leave these down. Oh no, you know what? Just push them in like that. There we go. That's pretty seamless, huh? That's what it looks like in there. Kind of dark and gloomy, but you know, that's an ambulance. Never been in one of those. I remember my dad was, he rode in one, and my sister, everybody else. My mom's never been in one. I've never been in one. And then now we got the gurney. And these go on the bottom. I have some older ones that have legs that fold out. The gurney has changed very little. And we just slide the gurney inside. At least with that brick in there, it will actually go in like that. So stick it in there. You just have to wiggle it in. Okay. And yeah, and that's what we have there. This is what we have remaining for bag 2. Not bad. Now we got to put it all together here, and then we're going to set it up. But it doesn't, oh yeah, it does at the very last page, just drop the shipping container. So just this alone, you could put on another vehicle if you wanted to, and just set that right on there. Now we got a whole entire ambulance. And this is also easy to get into. You can open up the sides, all that stuff. Let me get this thing here prepared for a tour. So now we're setting up the build. And it's not bad for what you're getting here. It's not bad at all. And I'd say the set, it doesn't have a brick separator. It doesn't have a lot of pieces. Everything's pretty big. I'm going to say I'm going to keep it at 9 just because of scratch parts. But I think we have the edge right here. Let me bounce this back here a little bit. And I got to bring some firewood in for the night, so I got to get onto that. But I was like, let me film this real quick, and then I'll bring firewood into the house. Really out here, you're not supposed to have them, but people do anyways because, well, heat is expensive now, and somebody in a suit and tie somewhere is just telling me what I can and can't do on my own piece of land. I think the angle on that's fine because we get to see in a bit more. And I think that's it. I'm pretty pleased with the build, and I think whoever's going to get this set is going to enjoy it, and the reason being is it's all printed. Everything is printed here. So we got the skateboard stuff right here. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to play a little role playing in the video, in the tour. But this is essentially what you're getting. Now we're going to do the formal tour. Here is the emergency ambulance all assembled, and honestly it was a very easy set to construct. Well, let's take a look at our minifigures. Nice print work for the torso. I think he's only got a single-sided head. And she's got a double-sided head. With the hole in the back too, so she can attach some accessories. So she's got the bandage. That does come off. I put that on her because I know I'll probably lose it. And she's got this little skateboard ramp. She's doing tricks on. What happened probably was she probably tripped over that stud flower and just kind of took a topple. And then the ambulance comes and helps her out. Well, this is the main attraction here. And it's a nice ambulance for what it is. Now, this is a modular build, and I'll show you here. That comes off. So you get to build the vehicle, which looks more like a flatbed, and you just have this cargo container that goes on the back. So it is possible for two people to build this at the same time. It's divided out as such. Now, we got the rear here. This opens up, provided if you have long fingernails. And of course you got your gurney in there. And that thing's a little hard to open up, but you could do these side panels too. Both of them will open up here. Pull the doors out of the way and just kind of fold those up. And now we have access into the interior, and then we can help the gurney out and throw it on the ground. And that's essentially what the interior is. So we do have a medical bag and a syringe. And the cab does open up too. It's just a steering wheel and an instrument cluster that's printed. All the graphics you see are printed. So this is really nice. So everything is scaled for figures. We'll set that back on the top because we're interested in this. And so let's say she gets injured. So the paramedic's going to put her on the gurney, or she'll just help herself. With her wig, I don't know if she's going to fit in there or not. Let's try it and see. Now this thing doesn't roll in very well. Too bad this wasn't tiled in at the bottom, but she does fit in there. As the doors close, they indeed do. That's what it looks like. Not a whole lot of room in there, but you know, I mean, it's better than nothing. And then this closes. And you don't have to worry about anything falling out, but I don't think she liked that too much. And of course, the driver can sit in the front here too. And it's a nice build nonetheless. Let's just pop him in there. And yeah, just close it up. Now, what do you do with these? You can obviously stuff the skateboard under here if you wanted to. And you could probably set this in here probably for storage, or maybe not. So what do you do with this? I don't know. But it's not a bad ambulance. You know, this would look good in any Lego City. So we're going to start with City drop-in value, which I rarely ever start with that. And as is, you could set this in a city. You just reach up and put it on your roads. And the vehicle, if you count the sides of the mirrors, it's close to 8 studs wide. But this main piece is 6 studs. So this would work really well on our Lego road base plate. And in addition, you could use the pieces to make other vehicles, or you could just take this off here and put whatever you want on the back. It's fully customizable. So I like that. I like the idea that this is meant to be built by 2 people, which is really good, because that's really good also for build experience. I enjoyed putting this together. The instructions were the goofy hand things. So this is obviously meant for a child to build. But the instructions, even for an adult, were easy to follow. For me, this is a nice set to spin with a child. So if you've got a brother or sister who want to build this, or a parent and a child, here you go. It's a nice, good group build for up to 2 people. And in addition, we do have accessories with it. Lots of play value with this set. This would work good with any Lego hospital or Lego City theme. You know, I mean, it's self-contained. You can play with this. You're not missing pieces or anything like that. It's a nice build. All around, I enjoyed putting this together. Sadly, my score is a 9 out of 10. Now, this would have been perfect, except for one thing. Other than there's no brick separator, but the pieces were pretty large with this one. This came in scratched and pitted. Remember I said I'm going to be hard on the grading on that. Lego needs to pack this stuff up with care, especially for this being $19.99. I shouldn't see that at all. But all the graphics you see are printed, which is a plus. You don't have to fuss with stickers. I kind of wish they would have put something on these doors back here, but you can obviously use those for other things too. But all around, it's a nice ambulance to put in a Lego City. But tell me what you think.